my car and my car insurance are too expensive. So I was like, I'm just gonna do that.
Well, I only pay half my insurance. Actually, no. Originally, I thought I was paying half. Turns out I'm only paying. My car only has liability.
Yeah,
And
well, I have to have
at
full
first we thought I
coverage
was
for
paying
my
half.
car.
Oh no! My parents will not give that car full coverage. I have a 2003 Chevrolet Impala.
Yeah, well, I have a 2017
And
Kia Forte, so.
okay, then that makes sense. I was about to say, but if you have something like old like me, then liability.
Yeah.
It'll be cheaper. Because at first I thought I was paying half, which was $66 a month. Turns out that's the full cost.
Yeah,
I was paying my full insurance.
See, with my car.
Which, I know that's. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, because with
Oh,
my
wait,
car.
your choice.
Yeah, when I got my car last year, back in February 19th is when I've had it for a year. It had 18 miles. I got the first one off the truck, basically, and now I have 16,000 miles on it. So, and it's $312 a month, but my car insurance is $401 a month.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, my car is 15 years old, built in September of '02 at Oshawa, Ontario Assembly out in Canada, General Motors. They still use that plant, mostly for Equinoxes now, because the Impala is now in Detroit.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
it's Tahoes and Equinoxes built out there.
Yeah, and it was a good fucking plant, because that thing's 15 fucking years old, 128,000 miles, and she's still going.
Yeah, it's like with me, it's like I got the 2017 Kia Forte, and I like the car.
Trust me, if I get a new car, I will eventually be getting my own car. I'll have to, unless I can buy the current one off my parents. But I'll probably have to. I'll probably end up just getting a new car anyways, because honestly, she is starting to show signs like she's starting to finally,
poop out.
Slowly, not much though.
Well, my first car.
Because that's the one thing. Here's a fun fact. I'm sorry, I'm not cutting you off. I don't mean to cut you off.
I know.
But here's a fun fact for you. Here's a fun fact. The engine I have is the Buick 3.8 liter, which had been in production technically the 3.8 since the early 1960s.
Yeah.
It lasted into 2006. One of the most. They were supposed to discontinue it in 1999. You know why they didn't?
Because it was too reliable.
Yeah, I mean, look at half the cars that are on the road that are from GM from like early 2000 till now. Up until 2006, actually, I should say. Up until 2006. They're on the road more than likely because of the 3.8.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it leaks oil and it had the recalls and all that, but it still works.
Yeah. See, with me,
not to mention,
mine is the 2-liter 4-cylinder on my little car, but it puts out pretty good.
Never take a 4-cylinder out of state.
Yeah.
Never take a 4-cylinder out of state. Like if you're going to go on a cross-country trip, V6.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah. Well,
you know how we learned that? Here's a true story. So, we used to own a 2010 Chevy Equinox with the 4-cylinder. I think it was like a 2.4. And we went out on vacation to California. As I said, I was in California. We were in Utah. We were driving through. We went cross country. We went like from Illinois to Nebraska, Nebraska to Colorado, Colorado to Utah. We were planning to go to California from Colorado. But one small problem happened. We made it through the Rockies, and then right when we got past the Rockies, we were in the middle of Utah, like 77,000 feet up, or 7,700 feet up, or whatever, very high up in the mountain, in the desert, basically. Boom, engine blew out.
Yeah. Well,
literally.
My engine
and guess how much it would have cost to fix?
So.
Guess how much it would have cost to fix?
Probably more than the car.
Car was worth $10,000. They wanted $10,000.
Yeah.
Because what happened is, it threw a rod through the.
What's wrong with May?
May? You
ever do those things where you like put your head on the ground with a baseball bat and then you just spin?
Yeah, no. That's what you're doing there.
I don't do that.
Yeah, sort of.
I don't do that.
I was seeing if I can make myself dizzy.
No, but yeah. Hey, son, stop it. Son, stop it. Bad boy.
Bad
Jesus.
boy.
Bad who?
Bad what?
You. Anyways, no, but what happened is we were going uphill, and by the way, I had never heard this 4-cylinder revving so goddamn hard. Because usually it would just go like, but this thing was like going full on. on.
Well, it's probably because of
And
the
then out of
hill.
nowhere. No, it was what we're thinking is fuel mixture, the incline, combined weight of all of our packages or our cargo, and then us, plus the heat. Boom.
Yeah. Well, the newer
And it
four-cylinders are
literally, and when
supposed to
it
be
went,
more efficient, so.
yeah, and when it went, it fucking went. Though, let me tell you, it was like. And I was just like, I was literally shooting myself like, holy fuck, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Threw a route through the block, and actually oil got into the catalytic converter.
Yeah, that's not
And it
good.
was when they went to start it back, and when they went to start it back up at the dealership where we got our new car, and yes, we ended up getting a new car because, long story, I'll explain in a moment. Oil leaked out through the tailpipe. It was bleeding out basically.
Yeah, that's not
And
really good.
It smoked up the entire garage, the entire workshop area of the dealership. And like I said, what they said is the engine threw a rod through the block, oil leaked into the catalytic converter, $10,000 in repair. So we just traded it in and we got ourselves a 2017 GMC Acadia Denali. Top of the fucking line. And let me tell you, that thing is a rocket itself. It has the 3.6 high feature V6.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that thing is a
I'm gonna be
rocket.
getting
No.
to bed. I'm really tired.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
But yeah, this new Acadia, let's see. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, air conditioned seats in the front, rear climate controls, third row seating, cruise control that's adaptive, so it's adaptive cruise control, which is nice, meaning it'll like watch traffic, and if like you're on cruise control and like someone's in front of you, it'll watch traffic, it'll move with traffic.
Yeah.
Let's see, remote. It has a push button start and also remote start. Rear infotainment, 2 separate screens that can play 2 separate DVDs, and they also have AV hookups and a USB connection. So, and the V6. My uncle, we were over like about a block away. There's a nice strip of road where there's no speed limit. We took the thing. My uncle decided to take a look at the car. He put his foot down on the motherfucker. Oh my god!
That took
Thing
off like
sounds
a
like
rocket.
a fucking race car. It sounds like a race car too.
Well,
it's just like.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing with my mom's car. She has a 2012 Ford Escape with a V6 in it. Every time I get in that car, dude, every time I put the take off, you can hear that V6 rumble.
Oh man, my car has the same thing though. It has a nice exhaust note.
Yeah, well, because my old car, my first car before I got the Kia, was a 2004. I'd like to say 2004 and 2005 Chevy Cavalier, and
Not a bad car, but could have been far better.
yeah.
Fun fact: they brought the Cavalier back in China.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And it's literally just the Cobalt all over again.
Yeah.
I just realized how empty it is in here. Holy shit.
Where's the cat?
And my dad's car. He has a 2009 Chevy Impala with a 3.5 liter. My god, that thing is a piece of shit. I've driven it a few times myself, and it is literally the epitome of a pile of shit. It has issues holding power, for one thing. Like I will literally be on the pedal, literally pushing on the pedal, and I'll literally be, it will accelerate, but then sometimes it'll have problems shifting. It'll have power loss issues.
Well, it's the same with the Malibus. Malibus do the same exact thing.
It just feels like a dog. It feels like a dog. And it looks like a Honda. Yeah, but still, like I said, I'm just hyped. And then, like I said, eventually I'll probably get a car. My dream car, if I could ever afford one used, 2008 or 2008, 2009, or 2007 fucking Impala SS. Why? Small block V8.
Yeah, as I say, it should have the 4.2 liter V8 in it, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. Yeah, it's a small block. Same thing in the Camaro. Yeah.
See, my dream car is the newer, either a 1970 Dodge Challenger or the newer Challengers. Ever since they came out.
I would be careful with the Challengers. I've heard fucking issues. Although it's not as bad as the Intrepid.
Yeah.
Remember the Intrepid?
Oh my God. The Dodge Neon. Oh my god.
They brought that back in China and Mexico.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
And the Dart was basically just a fucking neon. I'm sorry. The
Yeah,
Dart was just the neon
the
all over again.
the Dart is a modern version of the original Dart based on the neon chassis.
Yep.
But
Oh, and did I mention one other thing? Did you ever hear the main problem with the Intrepids? They tried giving them to the police departments. The brakes caught fire.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, no, like, you know how cops are. They have to be quick and they have to stop quick.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they stopped quick, the brakes got hot and they caught fire. Dodge would be like, oh, no, 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 our parts didn't malfunction. No, it's just you guys. You're not using them right. Yeah.
Well, the reason why the Dodge Challengers are their flagship, so they put all their money, all their time and research into it. And I really did like the
She's
classic.
AFKing. All right. So I was talking to Imperator in Discord.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's what I did earlier.
All right. Didn't know that. Anyways. No, but the worst car I've ever seen in modern time, in my lifetime, there's a few. Let's see, the Chevy
Pontiac
Venture.
Aztek.
Pontiac Aztek, well, that's an easy one. Although it could have been good if they didn't fuck it up. It could have been good. It really could have.
It's the ugliest car.
Fucking beautiful. No, did you ever see the concept version?
No, I didn't.
Oh, the concept actually looked good. The concept version looked
BMW
badass.
i8.
i8's not bad. It's a nice design at least.
It's a hybrid supercar. Like,
I've seen one in person.
I have too.
I've actually, when I was driving in California, somebody drove by in one, and I was like, ugh!
Dude, I see them all over the roads here. Same with Teslas.
Let me think. Oh, yeah, Tesla. They just sent one to Mars. Anyways.
Jesus, of course.
No,
Elon Musk would.
No, they actually did.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Elon,
they did.
probably through SpaceX.
Yep, you called it.
Which is
like
Tesla, which is Elon Musk's space division.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see, the Venture, because when we were looking at what is now my car, my car, we got into one of the models, and as soon as we got in, the battery died and we were locked inside.
Mm-hmm.
They had to jump the car to get us out.
Pontiac, Montana.
That, and if you ever... Same thing, basically. The Venture and the Montana were basically the same thing. And did you ever see the crash test for the original one? Oh my fuck.
No, I didn't. Is it really that bad?
Oh god. Front end? You know how stubby the front end was, right? It was basically like this hand shape. Just folds the fuck in. And the whole thing just buckles. There's no structure whatsoever.
Well, it's like with the smart cars. Have you ever seen the structural integrity for the smart cars? Somebody put a heavy-duty truck on top of a smart car, and it doesn't even,
crushed it.
No, it didn't. It didn't even. It bent it a little, but it didn't even smash it.
Well, that's fucking incredible. That's incredible. That is fucking incredible.
Even though a smart car only weighs 1,800 pounds, they put a, I think it was a Chevy heavy duty 3,500 on top of it.
Yeah, probably a Silverado heavy duty. Yeah.
And because those are, believe it or not, the heaviest truck right now on the market, and
Yeah, I believe it.
Because all the other truck manufacturers are doing aluminum, while Chevy still uses iron and stuff like that.
And iron and steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put...
Because fucking aluminum, fucking pussy asses.
Yeah. Ford and Dodge do that, while GM still uses it for the GMC and the Chevy trucks. Anyways, they put one of the 3500s on top of the smart car, and it just kind of smooshed the top of the smart car down a little, but didn't completely crush it.
That is incredible. Let's see. So, Aztek, Venture, Cavalier, admittedly, because I'm sorry, Cavalier.
Yeah.
It was a fucking turd.
Even though
and they tried selling it in Japan.
Yeah.
They tried selling it in Japan. The Toyota. The Toyota Cavalier, which all they did was right-hand drive and amber turn signals.
Yeah. The only reason I will say that the Cavalier was good for it had over 200,000 miles on it, and it still drove perfectly fine, but I just needed a bigger car.
Yeah, that, and also, like, one of my neighbors used to have a Cavalier, and that thing was louder than fuck towards the end. Ugh.
Yeah.
Because it was just like the
And it was my
every
dad's
morning.
old car, so I didn't want his hand-me-down, so I got a new one.
No, but yeah, let's see. Cavalier, Dodge Neon, PT Cruiser, Chevrolet HHR, which is basically the PT Cruiser for Chevy.
Yeah.
Literally, if you ever watch regular car reviews, if not recommended, in his review of the HHR, he literally said it's the Me Too PT Cruiser.
Well, same with
it was designed by
Chrysler
the same guy.
Crossfire.
Oh my God, the Crossfire built off a Mercedes platform.
Yeah, and then you also had the Plymouth Prowler.
Oh, that thing was actually not too bad. It had a nice design, but they fucked it up.
Yeah, well, it was
fucked it up.
Instead of a traditional rack and pinion with hydraulic, and you didn't have that much steering capacity on it, it was
Yeah, no, it had terrible turning radius.
Yeah.
It was a nice design, though. It had a nice design. It was fucking...
Yeah,
whoa.
you could where you can look down at the tires and you see the road, but you could see that cross beam for the tires. It was...
Yeah. Yep, sorry, I didn't mean to move into you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I went to itch my eye, man. Like, anyways, the Crossfire, the Prowler. Let's see. The Chevrolet Cobalt. Easy. Fucking goddamn, that thing was a turd. The Chevrolet Aveo. The Ford 500. The Ford Taurus. The Ford...
The newer Tauruses aren't that bad.
Yeah, the old one, though. I'm talking like the old one, the bubbly one. Kind of bubbly looking one. That thing's a fucking turd. And the engine, oh my God, it hates high revs for one thing.
Yeah. Well, this is
fun fact, in my auto shop class I used to be in high school, back when I was in high school, we had an auto shop class I was in. We had a Middle Eastern Mercury Sable. You know how I know it was Middle Eastern? When you open up the hood and look for the information, all Arabic.
Oh.
It was kind of like the car to just do like oil changes and just learn how to do stuff on. But still, Arabic. It was an import. So, let's see, what else was I gonna say? Ford. The Dodge Dart, obviously. The Dodge Caliber was a turd. The Magnum was eh.
It
was
Chrysler
okay. 200 was a piece of shit. Chrysler, Town & Country, Dodge Caravan, Grand Caravan are all terrible. I've literally seen every one of them and they start falling apart bad. Ford Explorer was fucking terrible, especially the new one since it had a carbon monoxide issue where it would leak into the cabin. The Bronco. Oh God, the early Bronco. They're bringing it back.
Well, same with the Ranger. They're bringing that back.
Yeah, one of my neighbors, may he rest in peace. He used to drive a Ranger, and that thing was like bulletproof. That thing was bulletproof. And believe it or not, it was also a Mazda. It was a Mazda B200, I think it was called.
Yeah, Miata.
But the problem is, to change anything in there, you had to disassemble basically the entire fucking engine.
Yeah.
That's the problem they fucked up with, like, to change the oil and such, and just change parts. You had to basically take the whole thing apart. Good job on that, Ford. Your fuel pumps fucking suck, too. Let's see, Ford Ranger. The 1990s Ford Mustang. Fuck that thing. Oh my God. The Chevy Corvette is a great car. I love it. Not such a fan of... Yeah, all of them are fucking good. I've even seen... you ever seen the first gen in person? You ever seen the first gen?
No. I've seen every other except for that one.
Oh, I have. It's weird. It is weird to see where it started.
Well, it's like if you
ever watched... so different.
If you ever watched the video for where they... There's one guy... I forget what it was, but this one guy compared the Thunderbird to the Corvette. Ford's... Because everyone's like, how come Corvette doesn't have a competitor? And Dodge killed off the Viper.
The Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Dodge killed off the Viper. So for now, they have rumors of bringing that back again.
Yeah, but Dodge killed the Viper off right now, and so basically...
And Ford, really, the Mustang, it's the Mustang versus Corvette, but honestly, there's no competition.
Well,
Corvette,
Ford's Mustang supposedly versus the Camaro and the Challenger, so you still don't have anything versus the...
Yeah, there's no natural competitor for the Corvette. The Corvette's just on top. It's just nothing.
So, and then...
The fucking field, it's literally like... It's like... over here would be for the Mustang and everything, and the Camaro and the Challenger, whereas the Corvette looks out that way.
Yeah.
Nothing but a void.
Yeah, and you see them constantly on the road, but you don't see anything else. And that's why the guy compared the Thunderbird. But then after the early, like, late
2000s,
1900s,
yeah.
early 2000s, they started to get really bad, and so that's why Ford discontinued it. If they were to bring it back and give it the original,
It could compete again.
yeah, if they just have to tweak it
again. For the Corvette could fucking have a competitor again. It doesn't though.
No.
It's literally just unmatched.
Yeah.
People and little Mustang fanboys will be like, "Oh no, man, the Mustang, dude. You're competing with the Camaro. Leave the Corvette alone.
Yeah.
You're with the Camaro and the Challenger.
Because
you guys have your fight over there.
The Mustang,
Corvette's over here.
Yeah, the Mustang and the Camaro and the Challenger are drags, while the Vet is more of a track. And the Viper.
Oh, not to mention, I've sat in the new one thing I love about the auto show, which by the way, next week I'm going to the auto show and I'm fucking hyped. One thing I love is they let you sit in the cars and you can touch all the buttons.
Well,
you can touch all the buttons and you don't have to worry about it.
I wanted to go to the LA Auto Show this year, but I kind of missed out on it.
And let me tell you, sitting in the new Corvettes, you can just feel the power and it's not even moving. You can feel the fucking L77. That thing, when you have the LS or the L77 or whatever they call it now,
LT4.
You win. The LT, the LT, You have that engine, you win. There's no competition.
Yeah, and
I've seen people do an LS swap, and I've seen people do rotary swaps.
Yeah, because the LSs produce more power than the LT4, and there's not really that much mod you could do to the LT4 because it's already supercharged, while the LS isn't supercharged. So you could do mods to it and then supercharge it.
Yeah. Oh, and I also went to a drag race with one of my dad's friends who unfortunately passed away of cancer. It was one of the last things it was the last thing I ever did with the guy too, unfortunately. He died like a few months later.
Thank you, Douchey, for following. Welcome.
By the way, I guess I could say this. Hi, stream. Should have said that sooner.
Yeah.
Hi, stream. However many people are watching, I don't know how many.
It's only one right now, but it's been fluctuating tonight between 1 and 4, so.
Not bad.
Like I said, I'm very, very small.
One guy. Hi there, one guy. My name's Rory. I'm kidding. No,
we're not doing that.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, no. I went to a drag race, and guy actually set a freaking record for the fastest time on the track in a, believe it or not, if I remember correctly, a modded out Chevy Cobalt.
Jesus. You never do modded Cobalts.
They were fucking tons of them. There was Cobalt, Cavalier, Cobalt, Camaro, Mustang. Every single Mustang had a fucking problem. In fact, I remember vividly.
Yeah, because they spin out.
One of the Mustang. No. They didn't spin out. No, here's the issue. The parachute didn't deploy.
Oh, okay. That's definitely bad.
And it went all the way into the fucking sand. And then one of them actually blew out an engine. Then when they brought the top fuelers, when you could fucking feel the vibrations. You literally felt your body tremor as it went by.
Kind of like a mini earthquake.
Not to mention, actually, you took a picture. You could literally see the heat. You could see the air rushing past the bodies. You could see the fucking like the motion. And they were. What's better though? I have a Samsung Galaxy, by the way, the S7. As I said, it captured them perfectly still.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Because of the shutter speed on it, you can adjust the shutter speed.
And it just got it perfectly. Oh, and then then one of the Mustangs literally, like, what happened is he went, you know how you're drag racing, you launch it?
Mm.
He launched it, and the thing literally just...
Probably blew his diff out.
Probably.
Or broke his axle.
Yeah, the Cobalt set the record time. One of the funny cars set one of the next record times.
Well, okay, for modding Cobalts and Accords and Civics, and same with the Miatas and I forget that one car that everyone does, where you could do the two-step with the 2JZ engine. The
Let
Supras.
me see.
The Supra.
Oh yeah, Supra. Oh, which by the way, I'm excited for the new Supra. It's a BMW Toyota joint project.
Oh, is it? Oh, dude.
Yeah, BMW's getting a Z5 or whatever you call it, and then Toyota's getting the Supra.
Yeah. Well, I know they discontinued the Z4 this year, so.
Yeah, that because the Z5.
Yeah. It's
Which,
also
by the way,
they're
like I
bringing
said,
out the M8 as well, which the M8
yeah,
hasn't been out since the 60s, if I remember correctly. So,
yeah. No, but BMW. Fun fact, don't know if you already knew this. People don't get this, but BMW used to make plane engines for World War II and German era bombers and
yeah,
planes.
the same with Chrysler, with the Plymouth engines, and Rolls-Royce
Yeah,
as well. Before they even
yeah.
made cars, they
Although
made
the blue
engines.
and white, people used to think the roundel, the blue and white, was because of a propeller. That's not true.
Mm-mm.
It's just a color combination they went with, or some sort of marking or something.
Yeah, it's
But
it's
I can see why
it's a
people would think
regiment.
that.
It's a certain regiment
Yeah.
during the time.
No, no, but anyways, like I was saying, um, then last year I went to the auto show. We got to try the Charger with the Hemi. I believe it's called the Charger Demon or whatever it was. It was one of the newer ones they were coming out with.
Oh,
It was a new Hemi they were coming out with.
the Hellcat, the Challenger
The
Demon
Charger Hellcat. The Charger Demon. Yeah, Charger Demon.
with
I got
the
to sit in one of those
6.4
on the
liter.
test track. Yeah, they had a test track up where they literally took you around, like you sat inside, listened to some music, and they told you about the car. And then there was a strip of the fucking floor from like here to about middle of that post. Actually, no, end of that, the other side of the ramp, or the ramp portion, the other side, like the opposite side from here. And they just fucking gunned that sucker.
Yeah, well, it has 840 horsepower. Of course it would.
Oh, and yeah, that thing, man, it puts you in the back of your fucking seat.
Well, it's the same with the new,
Oh my god.
same with the new Tesla Roadster. That's supposed to push you freaking far.
Oh yeah, no, 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 no. I've ridden in a Tesla. I've ridden in a Tesla. Quiet and fast.
Yeah. Well, because there's no transmission. It's all
Oldest
torque
car.
to the wheels.
Yep. And oldest car I've ridden in, Ford Model A. Not a joke. I've actually ridden in a Ford Model A. 1928 Ford Model A. It was the deluxe model too, surprisingly.
Mine,
Nothing much deluxe about it.
believe it or not, I hate to say this, I took a 1957 Ford Thunderbird for a test drive at this old classic car dealership that used to be in my house a while back when I was
Hmm?
living in Turlock, and
Hmm?
took that for a test drive. 57 Ford Thunderbird.
Yeah.
That's the oldest car I drove.
No, but yeah, like let me tell you, I didn't drive it, but I rode in it. The Model A. Oh my god, it is so weird
Yeah.
because shock absorbers, not a thing.
Mm-mm.
It's just straight strut suspension. And then, of course, you also have the fact that the engines, weren't very quick.
No. It only
And
had, I
you could
believe,
not
like,
smoke in
what,
the front.
12 horsepower?
I think so, just about that. But back then, that was fast.
Yeah.
Back then, that was,
Yeah,
that
mind-boggling.
was like, whoa, man. Whoa, man, 12?
Freaking Prius
Ugh.
does better than that, and a Prius only gets like 102 miles.
Now, I had to do a project on, for my college class, one of my junior college classes, where I had to discuss the evolution of the automobile. And the very first use of the automobile was the Benz patent motor wagon, a whole 2 horsepower engine. And it's a 3-wheel, basically like a trike.
Yeah.
It was in Gran Turismo 4, if you remember.
Oh, okay, I remember that one. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, and one of my friends and I, we got bored, so we took one around the track. It took us like a half an hour to get one lap done.
Yeah. Well, it's like me and my nerdy taco, the one over here.
Hmm?
When he lived right next to me, we used to play Gran Turismo 5, and I brought it over, and we just raced 2 Priuses, and he didn't know the controls, and I did, and I always win in a Prius, and he picked the fastest car,
Oh
but
my
he didn't
god.
know like the track layout and stuff like that. It was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
I gave him a hand cap.
Yeah,
I
I
gave him
tried.
a Prius.
No, yeah, I tried the Gran Turismo Sport on the PS4 with PSVR. Lackluster.
Yeah, you were talking about it. It's like
Just
you can look around, but then once you get into the driver's seat, it's just
the driving. It's very lackluster. It's just because for one, you don't see any feet, and then looking around, it's very stilted. That's all it is. There's no longer like going around buying different cars or
yeah.
like that. No, it's all fucking competitive. It's like that's not Gran Turismo.
If I wanted to
That's
do that,
fucking esports.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say if I really wanted to do that, I either play Project Cars.
Or fucking Assetto Corsa.
Yeah.
Fucking Ken. What is the guy's name? I forget the guy's name.
Well, it's because Polygon Entertainment, or Polygon Entertainment is
Polyphony.
kind of going downhill.
Polyphony. Yeah, Polyphony. Oh god. Yeah, they're going downhill because they don't seem to realize we just want another fucking Gran Turismo like the olden days.
Yeah, like a Gran Turismo 7 to compete with Forza Motorsport 7.
Exactly.
Not a sport.
And they said don't expect that anytime soon. They said don't expect that anytime soon.
Like if you look at the different generation gaps between the different Gran Turismos,
one of my first games,
they're like 3 or 4
one of my
years
first
apart.
games I bought for myself. One of my first games I ever bought for myself, Gran Turismo 2 for PS1. Oh, I love that game.
The first one I got was 3.
Mine
was Gran Turismo 3 back on the PlayStation 2.